Power on.
Quiet in here. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear a pin drop in here. I gotta wait for my phone to turn back on, so we can get some tunes. Ba ba ba. I'll do the tunes for now. Do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Eating burgers and Saturday.
Bluetooth connected.
Bluetooth connected. What up, y'all? Happy Saturday. Live and direct from a super rainy Disney World. Well, around the corner. A very rainy around the corner from Disney World. Your boy was up late last night. Man, I thought I only had like 2 hours of Far Cry to beat. I was wrong. I had about 8 hours. So I stayed up until about 4 o'clock in the morning, which is always fun. Always nice staying up till 4 a.m. It's a recipe for success. Not good, man. I was actually really surprised, but what was nice was that I had done so much of the extra stuff that I had basically farmed out the entire rest of the game, so like I only had the main storyline. So like the last 2 battles I think were supposed to be way more intense than they were. Because I had full gear. So I just like mopped them up. I died once to the biggest boss in the whole game. Other than that, the 2 last fights weren't really that big a deal. That was a great game. I would say that New Dawn was probably one of the best video games I've played since maybe Origins. I don't know if I liked it. I think I did like it better than Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 was bigger and had way more to do, I feel like, but I don't know, sometimes that gets... It was almost a perfect match. I don't know. They're both really good games, but I think I'd lean towards New Dawn because the end of Far Cry 5 you don't really get until you play New Dawn. That's the ending that you wanted from Far Cry 5, so it's funny that they made you buy a whole other game just to like... It's interesting. It was really cool. The whole idea of like just picking up after the other game and the main villain now being kind of the guy that you want to help almost. Yes, Pierce sent us a $10 PayPal very early off today. He was our first and only PayPal of the day. He put us up to $3.15. I guess out of shits and giggles, I will put the weekly goal up here. It's only 400. We are only 85 away, and I'm pretty sure we can hit that tomorrow, but maybe we can make we could chunk into it today if you guys want. As long as we hit it tomorrow before Monday, we're good. This week, Magic Kingdom is a different stream. Wednesday, we have a stay at Kidani Village, if I'm not mistaken. '21st and 28th, yeah. This coming Wednesday, and then the Wednesday after that, it's at the Grand Flow. So the next 2 Wednesdays are Magic Kingdom Mondays, and the next 2 Mondays are probably going to end up just being Epcot or something. I haven't been to Hollywood Studios in a minute, so I think Monday we'll probably go over to Studios. Although I have some friends that are in the studios tomorrow, it might be good to go over there tomorrow, and then on Monday go to Animal Kingdom. Use them points. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get a couple of these extra magic hours in because I've heard through the grapevine that it is by far the quietest that you can possibly find in these parks, especially Magic Kingdom. Because the after hours event at Magic's only Mickey's Not So Scary, and it sells out every night and it's packed. There is no Moonlight Magic there, so from what I've heard on the street, the extra magic hours is the time that park is quiet. And there's people still walking around and stuff, but nobody can get on any rides unless they're staying at the deluxe resort. So you're talking like Mine Train. We're gonna have that kind of experience we did the other day, where we're basically gonna be walking through the queue. Really, there's not gonna be enough people, I don't think, to even stuff up queues. Really, I don't think it's possible, but we'll see. Because I've never been, so I have no idea. And then what's nice about the Grand Floridian one is that I think they're going to put us in the new DVC room so we can see those, so it'll be worth the content alone. And we might even, I've never been to Citrico's. I'm sorry. Is that what is it? Yeah, I've never been to Citrico's. Narcoossee's I've been to a bunch. And at Grand Flow Cafe I've been to a bunch. But it's nice because like we'll probably be able to have a more Grand Flow centric kind of day. I'm thinking that like maybe there'll be a Citrico's spot that maybe we could get into. Maybe have a drink at the Enchanted Rose, and then like go into Magic super late, like when the fireworks are happening, basically. I don't know. We'll see. Grand Flow's a nice kind of cool spot. It's a nice, relaxing spot, but so is Kidani Village because we're going to have a Savannah room again, hopefully better than the week before last, because that view was not great. Not great. I need coffee, I think. It's rainy out there. It's kind of slowed up, but it says it's going to pick back up. It's like yesterday, it was raining and not raining. Excuse me. I've got windows open in my house. Yes, I know. You'd be like, damn, Tom, you've been allergied up this week. You would be correct in your statement. I don't really take allergy medication, though. I feel like it makes you too like lethargic and like wow. I think I took a Benadryl once and I was like, what the hell? This is legal? Like this is something you give to kids? What the hell? No wonder everybody's a mess. No wonder everybody's a mess. You just sneeze and feel a little congestion. What the hell's wrong with that? Lori, what's up, pal? Matthew, okay, there we go. I can't sneeze if you're passed out, I guess. That's true. I gotta say, watching our pal KP out there in Disneyland this week and having seen so many people go last week to D23, I think that these next year's DVC points, well, you know, I say it, but then I think about it and I'm like, really? Next year's DVC points are all going to go towards rooms to get into Moonlight Magics. Because so far, that's easily... Oh, wait a minute, Tom. Use your head, bro. You're not thinking straight, pal. Next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, but when we stay at the Grand Floridian, we are going to watch the fireworks from the top of the world. AKA the Villain's Lounge, which I've yet to go up to. That's what we'll be doing. Because that just made me think, I'm like, what's the part of my DVC contract that I like, really utilize now that I can't really park? It's definitely going to end up being Moonlight Magic for sure. Those things are just, that's worth the money by itself right there. To have 50 years of those parties that you can go to, that's literally worth the buy-in price. Like, honest to God. I only went to 2, and I'm like, totally sold. Moonlight Magic was the, I don't know, it's just the best. Claritin, over the counter. Alright. I actually, I shouldn't even talk smack on allergy medication, right? Because I don't even take Advil. Whoa, is that the sun coming out there? Holy crap, what? Wait a minute, so it's gonna rain or it's not gonna rain? What's... Oh yeah, that's all just death and destruction back there. It's just this one little patch of cloud that the sun's poking through right now. Huh. That's crazy. It's the most sun that's been out pretty much. In the past 3 hours, it's the most sun I've seen. Yeah, no, it's gross. It's gonna be a gross Florida night tonight. Oh, duh, we're making coffee. Tonight, interestingly enough tonight, I almost have to, oh God, here we go. What do you got today, dude? What do you got today? Do you remember when he, being me, said I was gonna be 30 days in the parks? I never said that. There's... Just pull me the clip and shoot me a message, dude. There's no way. There's not a world in that I would be in the parks 30 days in a row. If I said that, I was... I was, as the kids would say, I was on something when I said that. What's wrong with the trap house? You see this new coffee machine? How hard it is to walk away from this thing? Why are you such a hater? This ain't a Call of Duty lobby, bro. What's going on? It ain't like I'm ruining your match. Like, what's happening? Or is it just, is it someone in disguise? Robots in disguise. Somebody who's actually mad about all the other things. Why don't you talk to me about what you're really mad about? God damn, why are you always skirting? Why are we always skirting? What's your real grievance, man? Air that shit out. I give you an open forum. The floor is all yours. What's your grievance, homie? I'm waiting in the deepest of anticipation. I'll be here waiting in the deepest of anticipation. So anyway, those burgers, the Terry Bradshaw burgers, They're pretty good. You know what was the real, like, the sleeper of the night was the sausage. That's what she said. Tom, you ever gonna cook up a pork chop? Yo, you see the lambs? You see the rack of lamb the other night, bro? Were you here for the rack of lamb? Rack of lamb? Jacqueline? My name is Jacqueline. Oh, you didn't see the lamb chop? Dude, the lamb chop, first of all, Publix rack of lamb was $45. I was like, what? And it took about as much butchering as you'd ever want to do to a piece of meat. Thank God I knew what the hell I was doing, or we'd have been lost in the woods. We'd have been lost in the woods. Didn't see the Sargento burgers. They're right here, man. Everything's sitting up here, getting ready to get warmed up. Oh, I've been eating one of them. I'm eating it cold. That's how you know it's pretty good. Cold ass cheeseburger. Robots in disguise. YouTube trolls, haters in disguise, transform into 15th account. Nothing, right? You're not gonna give me nothing. I'm just gonna sit here and I'll never know the grievance. Just a part of my attention. It's not fair. So one-sided. It's just not fair. Transformers. More than meets the eye. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good one. I told you to take the wizard's staff. Pokemon. Pokemon! Snacks in there. That's a snacked up place. That's a snacked up pantry, yo. Whoops, I just turned this thing off. Huh. Bugging. You guys got me bugging. Bugging out. Yes. You ever watch? No. It's probably a little too early for that. A little too early for me to start popping off. Just gonna make some trap ice cream. Just gonna make a trap affogato real quick. Because we all know that the affogato is a typical delicacy of all trap houses. In the trap houses I've been in, I certainly know that they serve up nice restaurant quality steaks and affogatos. Oh no, wait. That was actually Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And maybe some grape drink if you're lucky. Those are the trap houses that I went to. Like, yo, man, you want some toast? I'm like, you don't have a toaster. Needs a toaster, bro. Get out a pan, they pour oil on it. Next thing you know, they're frying up toast. Oh, goddamn. There's a whole machine for this. I lived in, you talk about a trap house. God damn, man. I tell this story all the time. When I was young, my mom, she was like, hey, let's live in the ghetto. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds fun. I remember one day I opened up the freezer and there was Eggo waffles, and I'd never had an Eggo waffle. And I was like, whoa, what's this? You know, big old Eggo thing on it. It's like screaming at you. So I took it out and I looked at the back and it's like, put it in the toaster. I was like, oh, we don't have a toaster. So I ate it frozen. And then I was like six years old, eating frozen Eggo waffles. That's trap. That's trap. What's happening? Oh, rope drop with the $5 super chat. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Wow, not often am I drawn for a blank. Go Tigers. Nothing. I got nothing. He is correct. That's almost as trapped as eating shrimps with the tails on. Whoops. Man, there's not a person that watches this channel that's been in the hood more than me. I might be wearing an Orange Bird shirt with a, you know, I got Orange Bird and I got this. Look at this ponytail. Well, let me tell you something right now. I've been in the hood. Not by choice. Let's just say that everything wasn't always copacetic. Been in some trap houses. True trap houses. True as the trap. There was guns on the tables and interesting places. What's the secret, everybody? We're not even having an affogato right now. What's the secret to the iced shaken espresso? You should know by now. What's the secret? There's no bounty paper towels in the trap house. Mike, Lisa, what's up, guys? It's speed. That's the answer. The answer is, Marty, 88 miles per hour. We can shake it out. We can shake it out. Life is very short, and there's no time. I don't know. I recruited for Navy in St. Louis and East St. Louis. Hood. All right, man. You know, no doubt. No doubt. I got you. So maybe there's a couple heads that watch me that you know. Hey, listen, dude, honestly, just even being in most of the services, like, there's enough hood that you catch up and that you can hang. They have, I'm sure you can recognize there's similarities in the fellowship, if you feel me. You know what just bums me out, bro? Me and Pat were talking about this the other day. You guys remember Captain Robert? United States Air Force Chief Captain Robert. He used to be in the streams all the time for years. Always vocal, always saying hello, making sure we knew he was here, and like he had gone through a lot of surgeries, and he was going in for like a surgery that he had talked about, and Pat hasn't heard from him, and I haven't heard from him. So I get very concerned in those kind of moments because it becomes like a Sandy Norris kind of moment for me, where we have a person that just all of a sudden disappears off the map. But with Sandy, she was a big enough part of the Disney, that Tanya's community, that people reached out to her family and they were like, hey, I don't even know maybe Captain Robert actually did add me on Facebook. Holy shit, this might be a revelation. No, I don't think he did though, did he? Trying to think of a way. There's just no way, right? So how you reach out to them, like, how do you find out, you know? Excuse me. Oh wow, Disney dropped a whole bunch of new Magic Bands, Magic Band Pluses. Oh, cool. There's a full-on Baby Yoda one. Captain Robert. So I don't know. I'm just looking. He's on my Patreon. Oh, you sent him a message. Well, if his thing's renewing, then he can't have had anything happen to him. Right? Isn't that how that would work? You'd think. Anyway, Captain Roberto. Pat spent some time in a different kind of hood. Pat, can you tell the people about the hoods you've been in? Pat's been in a different kind of hood. Pat's been in the hood down on the docks in Louisiana. Like with the Bayou people. That's a hood that I wouldn't want to, I don't know if I'd necessarily. I think I'd probably rather walk through Compton than walk through that. That shit's scary. You cats fight alligators and stuff. You know? Like alligators, man. They're like, yeehaw, get on there. How about that alligator? They watch videos of them. They got alligator on the porch, they're kicking it. Alligator's like, and they're like, get on there, boy. You're like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Not me. I ain't signed up for that. Damn, this looks good. I made a good one. You watch the guy? His stuff's always on Shorts or TikTok or Instagram. It's everywhere. Everywhere you can find this dude. But he's like the crawdaddy dude. He cooks the crawdads. He's like, hey, yo, boy, we gonna cook down that crawdad here. And you're like, you can't understand a word he's saying. But every time he got something, he's just like cutting it up all. I don't know. He's just, them boys, they're crazy. It's a different world down there. It's a different world, bro. Good God. I cannot cut through this at all. What the hell? I want to test out the s'more today, see if it's better. Cut off a piece to enjoy. Oh yeah. This thing turned out super good, dude. Restaurant level decadence. That's what I said last night. Restaurant level. Everything turned up. Chewed them. Is that what you do? You shoot them. You eat them. Oh, look at Jeff with the $15. Come on, man. Look at you, a legend. Let's put it on in there. 30. 3:30. What time is it? 5 o'clock somewhere. Grab some Uncle Tito's. I gotta do some dishes. It's gonna be a quick SNL, like I said. What am I doing? Dishes, really. Want some launder. Yes, Beth, Anna, Christina. Venmo. That's how he's been doing it lately. He's like, you ain't. He's like, I'm not giving. He's like, no money to PayPal. Let's take that, PayPal. You're not getting anything from us. Eventually it'll all do the same thing, I'm sure. Oh, you know what I could do? Nah, I should probably beat up, yesterday's coffee was really good. Yeah, man. I'm getting the hang of this thing. I'm really starting to come together. I'm getting the weights correct. The s'mores. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at the ratios, right? What's the ratio you're looking for in life? Look at this. Watch the pull. Food prawn. Whoa. Whoa. That's what it is. Yeah! What's up? You saw that? And Jen is here now, everybody, so thank you. I'm making all that noise real quick, but everybody thank Jenna for the cutting board. Jenna sent us this cutting board because she saw that my cutting boards were not up to snuff. They weren't up to code. I'm trying to cook food, you know? I'm trying to learn how to cook food. It's going all right. So far, our journey's been fun. Food journey. And chocolate. Chocolate. What movie? Chocolate. Chocolate. What a stupid name. So tonight, for the first time in 9 months, that's right, 9 entire months, I will be setting up the gaming station because we will be beginning our journey of finishing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Our last series of missions with good old Cassandra. Because I have to beat this game now that I've played both of these Far Cry's the past few days. It really only took me a couple of days. Isn't that crazy? First of all, sidetrack conversation, but can we just talk about the fact that a game like New Dawn I literally beat in 3 days, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey took me like years. Still not done with it. The Evil Bearer. Yes, Cassandra. Cassandra, as normal folks call her, Cassandra. And there's zero chance that I can do all this in one sitting. So most likely that setup will sit there until Tuesday night, or perhaps Monday night if Animal Kingdom is indeed the stop on Monday. Because I cannot move forward in good consciousness. I cannot play Valhalla, even though I installed it last night. It's ready to go. I cannot in good consciousness play that game without fully beating Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Can't do it. ETA for that, I would say a good number. I know, that's why I said for the first time in 9 months. It was on the first of the year I did a Bricks Live, a Disney, and a gaming stream. First time I've ever done all 3 in one day. First and only time I've ever done all 3 in one day. His little sword. Cassandra, Eagle Bearer. I'll have to warm back up. It's been a minute since I played in AC in that first person shooting mode. set all that stuff up. My capture card, that's a lot. I gotta go find my capture card too. First things first, right? I haven't used it. Hot. Water's hot. No, it shall be on the gaming channel. Who's got a link? Well, it's actually easy. It's just Tom does the video game. Tom does video games. I should have put the video games. That would have been better. Tom does the video games. We'll come hang out and play some Assassin's Creed tonight. It's going to be a violent, crazy adventure. If you like crazy, violent adventures where Cassandra chops people in half, you'll love this. You want to watch me get mad at my father, Pythagoras, who's 3,000 years older than I am, while I go to Atlanta. I think that's the whole point of this DLC. I think that's why I saved it for last, because it sounds kind of ridiculous, but... Atlanta, I said? Yeah, we're going to go to Hotlanta. Atlantis. Atlanta. We're going to go to Atlanta, dude. You know Atlanta? Place fell into the sea. Atlanta. Hotlantis. I scored a TD today in my Special Olympics flag football tournament. Hell yeah, bro. What are you, a running back? Galen, what's up, man? How are you? I'd say ETA for all that would be like 7 o'clock, be a good time, probably. 7:30, something like that. Probably give it a good 4 hours, 5 hours if I'm feeling crazy. Depending on how much how intense this is. I will say that if it's going to be a 3-part kind of thing like the last one was, I'll break it up into those 3 parts. Like if it has a natural opening and a natural intermission, then we're just going to end it on that. Cassandra's so tricked out at this point, she'll probably just be able to run through whatever it is. Hopefully run through it. who knows, could be setting myself up for a 20, 30-hour DLC package. We'll find out when I start it up. Alex Grogan's, hello. If you guys want to hit the like button a couple more times, we won't stream for much more than an hour here. If you want to chill, come chill on the games. Like I said, about 7:30-ish. Oh, update on the fish tank situation as well. Fun little update. Past few days, well, into yesterday, 80 hours into gaming, it's time to start the main quest. Oh god, yeah. Yes. I have lost years probably now of my life to Assassin's Creed side quest. Really, the ultimate game for that stuff was like Skyrim. And for me, it was Fallout. That was my big one. I remember Fallout, like I didn't even go to the first town for like 100 hours of the game or something. It was a 900-hour game for me, so it's like, or 700 for Fallout 4, 900 something for Skyrim. They all pale in comparison to the 2,500 something hours I've spent playing League of Legends in my life. Sometimes it's sad when you look at the tracker and you're like, oh my god, really? That's the thing I did, huh? So, past couple days I've been waking up, the day before yesterday, the day before that, and I heard this splashing in the fish tank, right? So I go over, and all my three fish that were all friends in the beginning, two of them grown, like, outrageously. The other one, not so much, right? He's been getting picked on the whole time by the other two. They were like bullying him. He's at the top of the surface. He's like freaking. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the perfect time. Took my little scoop, scooped him right out. And now, after a couple days of not being bullied by two big ass fish that he can't contend with, he has been spending his time here. In this, the floor startup. Pardon the algae on the back. Oh, yeah, there he is, see? Look who's happy guy now. He's like, yeah, first things first, this tank is huge compared to the tank he used to be in. Huge compared to the other tank. He's got absolutely nobody else in there to pick on him. So now he's just living his life, riding the current of that thing right there, see that? He's just riding the current of that wave, having a good old time. It's swimming hard. I'll put my finger in there so he thinks there's some food. Ah, look at who else came. Oh, he bit me. No way. That's awesome. I didn't know he was that, cool with me at this point. He's probably so happy that I saved him that he'll come right up to my finger. That's pretty amazing. Look who it is, Mr. Bastard. Let me tell you a story about Mr. Bastard. When I took Mr. Bastard and I put him in here, you see this claw, how it's just a little smaller than this one? So as I was trying to capture him, I clipped him and that entire appendage, this thing on that side, I mean, it's his main claw. All right, you see how it's a little thinner on that side? Because when I clipped him, I ripped the thing right off by accident. I felt bad, but it was his fault because he was acting like a jerk. And this whole thing comes off. So I'm like, he's going to regrow. It'll probably take a month. I thought it was going to regrow back. Like, dude, it regrew back so fast. And all I could think of is when he came out the rock the other day, finally, when this thing had finally, he had shed a piece of skin and this was back. I was like, what the hell? Imagine if a human, if you lost your arm and in like 3 weeks it was just back. Like, what? It's just crazy, right? There's a little algae-fied in here because I want it to be, if you're wondering. The water's crystal clear, yes, but there is algae everywhere. First things first, it's good for the tank to have algae when it's new like this. It's helping put these rocks through their motion. Good old Mr. Bastard. And I like that the little fish doesn't really care about him because he was so picked on by the other things that he's like, he could care less. Oh, I can't believe that little guy came right up to my finger like that. Is he gonna nip at it, you think? It's funny, that guy, he'll eat it. Oh. Whoa! Now he's curious. That guy, he'd eat that finger if I put it down in there. He'd jump right on it. Ow! Corrugated shrimp. Such assholes. The asshole of the shrimp world. They had them little pincers too, man. That little pincer doesn't mess around. See that thing? That thing's no joke. It's like a little scissor. That's how they rip apart the things that they eat. And then, of course, the main tank is doing like 11 out of 10 still. It's just ridiculous. Really, this display is crazy. This display, man, something else. I never thought I'd have a reef tank like this in my whole life. It takes years and years and years for a tank to mature the way this one has. See him? Look at this big bastard. See how much more vibrant and colorful he is than the little guy? That's because he's just been eating and picking on the little guy forever. And I can't get him out of here. And now these two guys are picking on each other. Where is the other one? Oh, he's down there. And now those two guys are picking on each other. So at some point I am going to have to pull this thing. I am going to have to pull this tank apart at some point. Pardon my back glass. I just did a water change on this thing earlier. Living his best life. Yes, Bubs definitely is living a good life. I mean, those bubbles are bubbles, man. That's when I knew that. I mean, really how I know that this thing's no joke is look at the clam. I don't know if you can see this, really. You can't. Well, actually, you know when you'll be able to see it? Here, I'm going to make him go. When I make him go inside of his shell, the clam, look at how much... So you'll notice the difference between this, which looks like it's been around for 1,000,000 years. You see how it's plated? That's how they grow. They just grow plates. You see all this white down here? That's brand new plating, meaning that it's growing, right? So you see how much there is on the backside there too? Watch when he closes. See that? Look at that. Look at all the white. Isn't that amazing? Dude, every day he's just eating and growing. Like, a clam is one of the hardest things to keep in a reef tank. And an anemone, too. But clams especially are super hard to keep in a reef. So the fact that that thing's just living his best life 24/7 is just insane. And I think the thing that I'm the most proud of, really, the refugium. I mean, look at the mangroves. Look how many... When I first got them, they were just these two. They started right there. You see that? That's all new growth. Look at this thing. Look how healthy they are. Look at them. Look how just insanely healthy those mangroves are. Oh, they feel so healthy. Like you couldn't rip that leaf off. Even this bottom one. Like that I mean, I couldn't rip that off if I tried. So healthy, these damn mangroves. And the crazy part is, I don't know, like if you ever went on Living with the Land, this is basically exactly what they're talking about. Right? This is an aquaponics system, right? So all the things in here poop nonstop. They poop and they poop and they poop, and then they poop some more. All of it. It all just poops. When it poops, where does it go? So for most people, like back here, they'd have, like I did at first, like a protein skimmer, filter media, all that stuff, right? You'd have it all. Or you'd have just a filter, like on the tank, right? Or outside of the tank. There's a million ways. But this is what they do on that part of Living with the Land at the very end, where you see all the plants at the top and the fish are on the bottom. Because these things eat poop. Nitrogen, phosphate, all the things that poop breaks down into, that's what mangroves literally eat. So when all that stuff goes into this chamber, it goes down into the refugium mud, and it would usually get crappy, and then you get brown water and gross water. Instead, it's getting absorbed by all the roots of these mangroves, and they literally are just like skyrocket growing. Because every little bit of poop that's coming out of here is just going right into it. And that's why the tank has been taken over by the coralline algae. Coralline is the best kind of algae you want. Like when you see purple spots on your fish tank and your rocks, I mean you've hit the bar. You can't get any better. That means your water is 10 out of 10, crystal clear. Coralline algae does not grow in an ecosystem where your water is not perfect. I know the tank, this piece of glass in the front here and that glass in the back look dirty because they are a little dirty. I could probably give this some love today. I water changed it last night, and that usually gets the whole thing, like, it gets streaky because of the salt in the water. Even on the front here, streaky. Yeah, I don't like to clean the glass the same day I do the water because it's just too much. I really probably should just pick one day of the week and do it all. I think what's also helped is the lighting cycle, super consistent, and that little glowing thing back there is a UV lamp. That cooks off any of the other dead stuff that the mangroves don't eat up. And what's nice is if you look at something like this Kenya tree, I don't know if you remember what this thing looked like when we got it, but it was dead. When I bought this, we fished it out the bottom of the frag tank. It was probably about that tall. I mean, and it had one of these stalks in it. This thing, because you see all these are feeders. All these little things out here, all those little tiny things. All those little things that look like starfish almost. That's mouths. This thing has like 1,000 mouths. And so it's constantly eating. The mushrooms are constantly filter feeding. The clam is constantly filter feeding. The zoanthid's not really so much. The anemone not really. But everything else is like filter feeding. So it's really about just creating an ecosystem, right? Like that's what it's all about. That's what makes reef tanks so tough, is that you've got to you got to try to mimic the ocean. And most people can't do that in a 200-gallon tank. Forget about a 13-gallon tank that sits on your computer desk. The little one is a different story. I'm having more struggle with this. As you can see, I haven't cleaned the glass in a minute because I've got to figure something else out. This thing's healthy. As you can see, the mushrooms and everything are growing and doing great, and the fish loves his life. But there's just this is the opposite problem, right? There's nowhere for those phosphates and nitrates to go because it doesn't have mangroves. It doesn't have really any kind of proper filtration. What this tank needs really is some external kind of filtration. It needs to get filtered more than it is. And until I figure out that, you know. So a 3-gallon tank like this is an impossibility for a reef tank. You know, it's not easy to keep. Don't think that anything in there is not happy and enjoying its life. These fish are as happy as that fish, are as happy as that fish. They don't care about algae. Fish don't give a rat's ass. They just care about the water clarity. They don't want cloudy water. They don't want murky water. None of these tanks have murky water. They're all crystal clear, but they're full of nutrients. And some of those nutrients are bad nutrients, like that create algae, phosphates, and nitrates. And other than this tank, nothing else has a way to take those out quite yet. I'll figure all that out. The 60-gallon we're just going to replicate. I chopped this tree down last night, as you can see. I'm just trying to give it like a different look. Like it had, I don't know. I put the bonsai filtration stuff in here. The fertilizer. So I'm hoping that in a week, I'm going to see some significant growth on this thing where I want it. Instead of it growing like a weed all over the place, I want to start growing it specifically the way I want. So I ripped up all the base of it last night. All the substrate. I got the roots nice and loose so that they can absorb the goodness. I'm assuming that I can use this fertilized water on those little succulents too. Although I don't know. So for now, I'm going to wait. What I'd like to see is this branch really start to kind of take more growth here. And then I might clip this. I think I'm going to let this one go. But I basically wanted this whole side that kind of just made it look more like a bush. I want it to start, you know, growing taller. Like a tree, you know. It didn't really look like a tree before. It looked like a bush. But now it looks like a tree that's like doesn't have enough like foliage because I chopped so much of it away. Because I want to try to, like I said, you can see all the cuts. Like I cut all the new growth because I want to see more small growth on these branches instead of them becoming these big new long ones. This is a super new thing for me. I don't know. I mean, I've watched a few videos about it, like how do you try to coax these plants into growing the way you want them to. It's not easy. I mean, it's like a super art form, just like the reef tank stuff. Like that took me 12 years of my life to get to a point where I can bang out a reef. I don't expect to be like some bonsai master right away. Rain's done out there or what? So that's an update on the two little hobbies that I've taken up my 2022. The bonsai tree and the reef tank. They definitely took the room and added a lot of life, which is nice. A little bit of greenery, which is nice. You know, I like when that light goes on every day and it's like that little plant in the room trying to focus on it. And then obviously the reef tank coming back into that after years has been very satisfying. Been very, very satisfying. I think over the next few weeks I'll probably I'll start to consider finishing that tank out for the end of this year so that it's in a place where I'm never going to do a single thing to it. It needs a few things for that. I should have done this while I was over there. Let's have a shot at Uncle Tito's and I'll tell you the plans for the future of 2022 with the rest of these tanks. What's going to happen to them. That part of my life, unlike the bricks, unlike the gaming, the cooking, the errands, and these kind of hobbies, they will stay a part of this channel. I'm not going to start a fish tank channel. I'm not going to start a bonsai tree channel. I don't need like a, you know, we can share these types of things here. Yo. Like lamb and tuna fish. Vodka espresso like lamb and tuna fish. Oh yeah, considering we're in America. Perhaps you prefer spaghetti and meatball? Yeah. Considering we live in America. Oh no, it says it's gonna rain still for the next like 2 hours. What the hell? It's not raining. It's like drizzling. Oh, it's gonna drizzle for the next 2 hours? Oh. Watch out. Drizzle. Wow. If you don't like spaghetti and meatballs, you can get the hell out of here. I'll come down there and I'll give you a crew cut. I'll come down there, give you crew cut. Future of this tank. Over the next few months, what I need to do to this, I'm gonna sit on this bucket like my baseball coach used to sit on the bucket of baseballs. Hope I'm not fat enough or I break this thing. The future of this tank is a few things, right? Angelfish is gonna remain the only guy in here because, as you can see, this is his domain. Even if I come up to the glass, he gets in super territorial mode. He's like, hey, this is me, this is who I am. This is my spot. Get out of here. So he will not tolerate another fish in there. That's okay. He's a pygmy angelfish. He can live his life in here for now, and he'll be happy. Ultimately, can he live his whole life in here? I don't know about that. But for now, he can spend a few years. How do we get the algae out of here? I've been thinking about it for a minute now. I think my best course of action is actually going to be to try to put in a different type of macroalgae in this tank. So in that other one, right, we've got the mangroves and the dragon's breath. In this one, I would have to put another light on this thing, so 3 lights on it, which is insane. Wouldn't be the worst thing. I'd have to put another light on this thing that was for algae, and I'd have to open up that back slat, which is fine. And in that back slat, I would have to just pack it full of some type of macroalgae yet to be decided. That could clear this up and get to a point where it's pretty self-sustainable. When I have that happen, I'm gonna put a couple more mushrooms in here. I think I'm gonna put maybe a little patch of green star polyp down here on the grass so that it can start to just grow out. I might put a little bit of zinnia right up here for some movement, and that'll be it. This will be the super simple tank, and I should have that all done by, I would say, probably, February of like next year. This thing will be pretty much like good to go. It'll be kind of in the same standing as this, where it's like nice and clean and ready to rock. So like 6-month plan on that. I will add something in here that's not a fish. I haven't decided. I mean, it's only got one hermit crab right now, and it, you know, so I need to add a snail for sure because there's a ton of algae on the glass. So I should get a couple snails. Really, I could do that this week. I could go get a couple snails. I think that we're gonna do that this week. We'll get a couple little snails, so it'll have 2 snails. It has 1 hermit crab in there, and I think maybe some kind of shrimp, like a friendly one. You know, I don't know, maybe a blood shrimp or something. That'd be a good color combination. He's yellow. Oh, you see how he eats the algae on the side? I love when he does that. He's yellow and blue, and the shrimp is red and white. So good color contrast. And they could, you know, I would like a shrimp and him. The coral banded shrimp was just too much of a pain in the ass. Blood shrimp, perfect for the trap house. Exactly. Future of this tank is I need to, at some point over the next, I honestly, I shouldn't hold off. Really, this coming weekend I should do this on Friday or Saturday. And maybe on a Friday when I have Pat here, because not that, I mean, just two extra hands could never go wrong when you're doing something like this. What I need to do is, first things first, I need to salt up. This is so hard. I can't even imagine that I have to do this, but I actually do. I need to salt up 2 buckets full of water. And I need to get them perfectly temperatured. Which, who the hell knows how I'm going to do that, because I don't even have the thermometers to do it. Not the thermometers. I don't have the heaters to do it. How do I get these fish out of here? Really, the secret to it is just prep, right? Yeah, like the more I'm prepped, it's like surgery. Like you don't go into surgery without all the tools. They're ready to go on the table. You got people to hand them to you. What I need to do is I need to salt a couple buckets, get them warm. If I gotta buy a couple heaters, I gotta buy a couple heaters. That's how it is. They're not gonna go to waste. I could even buy the heater. Actually, what I could do is I could just buy a couple of those little tiny heaters that I have in that tank over there. Oh, wait just a goddamn minute, Tom. You don't have to do that. I can put all of this into the other tank. I can put all this rock into the 20-gallon tank. Think about how that would work. This thing's easy. The clam doesn't care about anything. So you put that in there, that's done. This back piece of rock just has the xenia, that's super easy. This front piece is the harder piece because it's got the shrimp and the goby that live underneath it. So this is like their house. And honestly, I should be able to leave that because there's not much space to get underneath it. I should be able to wrestle them around this rock. So if I could leave that, if I could take this, that, and put that into the other tank, the clam won't care because the clam can literally stay out of water for a couple minutes. The xenia is super flexible. The zoanthid and fucking, sorry for my language, but this rock here with the anemone and the zoanthids is the nightmare rock. It's got the anemone on one side that's just dying to get crushed if you put it down in the wrong way, and it's got the entire zoanthid garden in the front. I'd have to pull these 3 frags out of here too. So I could put these frags, I could really put them up against this while I'm doing this to close these spaces off. So ultimately the hardest part would be this rock right here and just doing something with it. Like it could go into a bucket. I think would be preferable, really. Because corals can all get freshwater dipped. Like these things sitting in a bucket for a couple minutes shouldn't phase it too much. The secret's gonna be just getting these things out of here fast. And this little guy, this poor little dude, making sure that he doesn't go for a ride. The clownfish, they're too big and dumb to have anything happen. The goby, nothing will happen to him, but we have to keep our eye on that wrasse because he could totally disappear. But look at those two bastards. I gotta get them out of there. Until I get these two fish out of here, I don't know what to do. God, a part of me wants to just do it right now. But I'm gonna do the gaming tonight, I think. Because once those rocks are out of there, I should technically be able to catch this guy. Should technically be able to catch the other guy. At which point, they are going to go in that other tank with the little dude. But I think there'll be so much space in that other tank that they won't possibly all be able to pick on each other. And I think it'd be smart for me to get the dog-faced puffer at the same time. So I really can't do it tonight. Once those fish are out of here, this rock's all going to go back, hopefully, in this kind of basic same exact shape. Which is going to leave us just this open patch up here to really do anything with. Now, these are my highlight. This is my highest lit coral space. I'm not going to go crazy enough to put in some type of hard coral. I'm going to put up here something that demands a ton of light. So something like one of those hammers would be fantastic. And then this will be done, basically. But I got to get them fish out of here. Got to get those fish out of there, and it's not going to be easy. I tried to do it one day, stressed me out big time, and I didn't even come close. So, once they're out, I can put them in here. There's way more space in terms of, this is a much longer tank. I'm going to have to get more rock. So before I take those fish out of there, I'm going to have to get more rock for this. I'm going to have to put the dog-face puffer in here so that the dog-face puffer gets along with the little guy. They kind of get dominant. Let this guy grow a little bit. Really, you know what I should do? I should feed this little fish all the time. And I should start spot feeding the bigger tank. Because I bet you within like a month I could make the change. If I did that. I bet you. I betcha. Yes, who wants some food, huh? Yeah, eat up. Come eat it out of my hand, man, so I know you're going to get it. It's not going to go into the... Come over here. There you go. That shrimp is funny. Out here, I'm gonna feed this guy like 3 or 4 times a day. Plus it'll help with the tank too. The filthier it gets, the more the rock's gotta work. So I should put a bunch of rock in there, and then I should just start feeding that guy like crazy. Between those two things, then I can finally make the move. Okay, what do you say? I think that's it. I'm gonna go get everything else set up. I gotta get the gaming station ready to ride. Oh, maybe we'll just do that too while we're on here, right? That way I know it's done. That way I'm not setting you guys up for something that maybe I can't do. First thing would be the capture card. I need that. So it's not here. It's gotta be right over here then. Good God. Enough stuff in this drawer or what? Oh, she is dusty. The Elgato Dusty. Elgato Dusty. Okay, what do I need to do all this? I need the headphones, I need the capture card, I need both of those HDMI cables, and I need the laptop out here. Oh, we need the laptop over here. How I do it through the PC. Okay. Alright, take the laptop, put that right here. Plug this into over here. Huh? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah! No! Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Got our capture card with the headphones. Alright. This always trips me out every time I do this. The capture card setup goes like this. You take the HDMI out of the Xbox, and you take the HDMI out the back of the TV, because that is for the straight connect. You take the capture card, one of them's in and one of them's out. This one's in, this one's out. Alright, and it also needs power. So this goes here, TV out. The rest of this gets plugged into the laptop. HDMI goes into the TV. Okay, open up the old laptop. Get that thing booted up. Boosted board. This is going into numero dos. I think that's about that. Now we gotta get the audio figured out. It's a big, way bigger pain in the ass. Hi, subscribe. Subscribe, yeah, it's gonna be. It's a lot different than this. I can tell you that. If you guys want to have a different experience, a whole lot different. All right, we'll crank up the brightness. Elgato Game Capture HD. What's up? What it is? What's up? Remember when I broke my gaming chair when I was building it and it works the same anyway? Remember that? I remember. Alright, Xbox on. Okay. Pew, pew. Looks like we're good to go here. Yes? Alright, good. We are good to go. Huh? Check, check. Wait, what? Why would I have a mic on this? It's using my mic from what? The computer? No, that's not right. How about that? Does that work? God dang, I haven't worn these in a minute either. Headphones, I forgot what that feeling's like. Alright, where's my volume? Hello? Earth to... Hello? What the hell? What the hell? PC gaming. Headphones, speakers. Where do you want to hear your PC gameplay? I want to hear from my headphones. What? Why is this always such a pain in the ass? Alright, sure. What if I just shut the whole thing down, huh? How about that? Right? What are you gonna do then? What if I go into processes, huh? And I go to this and I shut the whole sucker down? What are you gonna do, huh? Tough guy? Tough guy computer? What are you gonna do now, huh? No signal. 1080p. There we go. Sign in. What's this? Oh, I think we're getting somewhere. Open your YouTube app on your iPhone Plus. Oh my God, my phone. I gotta do. Come on, man. Is it really you? Yes, it's really me. Oh. Allow YouTube to do all this stuff. Yeah, I don't care, man. Alright, so I hear this. It's coming from my headphones. Inline, over-the-ear headphones, over-the-ear headset. Hello? Oh my God, why can't I hear this now? Oh, oh yeah, hold on. Wait just a minute. Hello? Mic check, 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 check. Mic check. Check, check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Checkity checkity check. Hi, it's me, Cassandra. You know her? She slices and dices. Oh. Oh. Mother. Oh yeah, that's right. We're good. We did it. Mom's gonna leave this all open. What happens if I hit stream? I want to make sure it actually works. Preparing live event. Alright, this is a test. Go check to see if this is working. Streaming. Low bandwidth. Why do I have low bandwidth? Oh. You guys can hear me? Test completed. We're good. Ready to rock. Sweet. Cassandra and I will see you all in about an hour. About an hour. Maybe a little sooner now that I got all this quick and easy. I thought it was gonna be a little. It's always the headphones, but I got it quick that time. I guess I've done it enough. I guess I've done it enough. Okay, let's. I'm a one-eyed gamer dude on Twitch. Oh, are you now?
The following is a paid advertisement.
That's my SNL I'm gonna start listening to. Okay, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Come hang out with me and Cassandra, the Eagle Bearer, as we complete our last mission together after like 150 hours of gameplay. So, looking forward to it. We're finishing up Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Finally, the last piece of DLC. Unbelievable. It's gonna be good. So we're gonna get it done. Oh, who knows? Tomorrow's a new day. But I could book a pass. I have friends over there, so it would make sense. All right. That's it. That's it. See you in a little bit over there.